The Man Who Wrote Another Life. Psychiatrist's Files. Confession episode. Every morning at 5:17, I wake up remembering a life that isn't mine. The air smells the same every time, like wet paper and electricity. The apartment's dark, but I can see the pen before I even reach for it. My hand knows what to do. It's not a choice. It's a reflex. At first, I thought it was harmless. Just dreams that refused to die after waking. So I started writing them down. A small town. A woman named Mara. A son, Theo. The house near the bay. The smell of salt and wet wood. A chipped blue mug I used every morning. It all felt real. Too real. Except I don't have a wife. Or a son. Or a bae. I live alone outside Seattle. 1 bedroom. A fridge that hums too loud. Neighbors I've never met. For a while, it was interesting. Like my brain was giving me someone else's movie. But then the movie started playing by itself. I couldn't stop. Every morning at 5:17, the memories came back sharper, louder, like they were rehearsing for something. If I didn't write, I'd feel pressure in my head, like a dream clawing its way out. So I kept writing, page after page, until I started to forget my own mornings. One day I looked at my desk and thought, whose life am I keeping alive here? That's when I saw a psychiatrist. He was polite, calm, clinical, that kind of calm that makes you feel like you're the storm. He asked about drugs, trauma, stress. None of it fit. He said the brain sometimes confuses imagination with memory, that it happens to creative people. I laughed. I'm an IT tech. I fix servers. I don't create anything. He told me to write from a distance. Don't say, I. Say, he. So I did. He walks to the bay. He watches his son draw maps. He misses the woman he hasn't lost yet. It worked for maybe a week. Then something changed. The notebook started knowing things I hadn't written. Details I didn't remember putting there. One morning, I read a sentence. The doctor with the cracked thumbnail writes straight lines on unlined paper. That's my psychiatrist. The nail. The handwriting. Everything. I never wrote that. But it was there. He looked at me like he wanted to believe me, and couldn't. He said it was projected memory contamination. Meaning, the story's leaking both ways. He suggested a short stay in the hospital. Observation. Rest. No notebooks. I agreed. Mostly because I was tired. The clinic was white, cold, quiet. No clocks. No pens. Just breathing in silence. The first few nights, I actually slept. Then, on the 5th morning, I woke up before dawn and knew the time. 5:17. I didn't have a watch. Didn't need one. My body already remembered. I reached for a pen that wasn't there. Fingers shaking, writing in air. The nurses watched. I didn't stop. They told me to rest. I said I would. I didn't. The dreams came again. Only this time, the house was empty. No Mara. No Theo. Just a kitchen light still on. And that blue mug, perfectly still, waiting for a hand that wasn't coming. When I woke up, I understood something. Every word I wrote made that world sharper, and made this one fade. So I stopped. They called it progress. Resolved dissociative episode, they said. Like my brain had hiccuped. I went home. Back to my 1-bedroom life. Back to the hum of the fridge. Back to forgetting what the sun looks like before work. 6 months later, I woke up again at 5:17. No pressure. No pain. Just quiet. I thought, finally, it's over. I made coffee, sat down, and realized I was holding a pen. Didn't remember picking it up. Didn't remember opening the notebook. On the page, one line. He stopped writing, but the other one didn't. I don't know what that means. I didn't feel fear, just exhaustion. Like I'd reached the end of someone else's story, and mine was still buffering. I tore out the page, folded it, burned it over the sink, watched the ashes crawl into the drain. Since then, I don't write at 5:17. When I wake, I just lie there, still, listening to the hum. Sometimes it fades. Sometimes it doesn't. People think mental illness is loud, screaming, hallucinations, chaos. But sometimes it's quiet, routine, a ritual you mistake for discipline. And one morning you realize you're not sure which life is real, the one you're living, or the one that keeps remembering you. Maybe it was stress, maybe loneliness. Maybe my brain just built someone to miss me back. I'm not afraid anymore, just careful. If you ever wake up and feel like your mind arrived before you did, don't move, don't write, just breathe, let it fade. That's what I do now. Most days it works. Some mornings, my hand still twitches toward the drawer where I keep the old notebooks. I tell myself it's habit, and maybe it is. Or maybe some stories keep writing themselves, whether we want them to or not. If you wake up tomorrow at 5:17, don't write. Just stay and subscribe before the next page begins.